Hey lovies, so today we're doing a reading to check in on this Pisces new moon energy. It's kind of technically like at its peak right now. I thought it was cool to do it actually during the moon instead of before. Ooh, I just like flipped to Jupiter abundance, so I feel like it could be like a more positive new moon, but let's see what comes out. I'm just gonna get a bunch of like my like astrology deck cards just to see like what energies are coming through. Then we're gonna get some tarot to see kind of how they'll be affecting people, like the people watching especially, and then I'll just get some advice for you. So let's see. Right, Mama? Kiki's here, my cat. Stopping by. So what energies are coming through? What's the main energy coming through with this Pisces new moon, Spirit? Oh, see what? Chiron, healing. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. And water element sensing. Interesting, because I feel like last night, like I was experiencing that a little bit. But like, because Pisces is such a like a watery, sensey like sign with this whole water element here, I feel like your intuition obviously could be heightened with Pisces. It's like the 12th house, like all that like woo-woo stuff, like and it's like healing in that way. And again, this could be like if you're connected to another person, like you could be healing your connection like in the 5D kind of, like you could be connecting, and it's like something that it's like hard for you to even think about or talk about, but I just feel that like there could be some sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, just release of like a bunch of different, I don't know how I'm trying to say this, but yeah, just this release of stuff that really made you feel like stuff that you would like recoil from in the past. And it's like you're finally able to face it and kind of feel it, heal it, and like release it. So let's see what else we have just to get more insight. What? Actually, I want to do Moonology first. And get 2 of these. Also, I put all my dreamy crystals here. The end of a tough cycle approaches just kind of popped out. But yeah, so the main energy I would say is just this feeling of like healing things that you couldn't even like let yourself think about in the past, basically. But and like Chiron is like the wounded warrior, so there could be a lot of stuff. Honey, Leo, puppy, hi. Which is interesting because usually new moons aren't really so much about releasing and healing, but I feel like this one really is. Like, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And what else is coming through for this Pisces new moon? Bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Interesting. And then full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. So maybe healing some stuff, like some fears, like self-love stuff. And then we have these 2 like purpley like cards on the outside. So I feel like this is all, like I was saying, very much in the 5D, very much like in the mind. And like I highly recommend doing like healing meditations and things like that. Reiki Rachel, she did oh my god, she did this, I listened to it last night. It was like a new moon Reiki sesh, but it was like really cool. Like she was like talking a lot about what's going on in the world, and it was kind of like this thing where you go in and you're trying to like send light and love to like the dark energies that are kind of like oh look, bring love into the situation or something. Like it was something like that, like, and because that's how I feel like sometimes, like I started thinking about it a lot when like COVID started happening, and you know, because it would be like, what is the point of all this, like this fear, and like how like people had like mass hysteria and stuff, and it's like, you know, war like brings like similar energies, and it's like literally I always look at it as like it's just like a larger scale like energetic war, like fear versus hope. And it's like, you know, I feel like our world has been like largely like controlled and operated by fear for like, I guess, centuries. Like, I don't know, I haven't like researched it and like looked into like how the world used to be, but like, you know, back in the day. But I feel like that's what like this time period is about, is like starting to kind of like break those chains of fear and bring love into the world and into the situation, and just like not be able to like be scared of like, I don't know, just like propaganda stuff that like people try to like make you scared of. And it's like, that was kind of what that meditation was about. It was about like confronting that like darkness and like sending light into it. It was like really cool. Like, I highly recommend. I'll probably link it if I can. I can't put anything in my description box. I don't know why. I tried like deleting YouTube and then like re-downloading it. It's just like glitching and not letting me do it. It's like I probably, there's like an update I have to do, but no, because I re-downloaded it. Anyway, I don't know, but it'll be in my comment. I'll put it in the comment box, like the first one, and I'll pin it up to the top. So yeah, I really feel like there's a vibe of that, like healing. And it's like, when you talk about like, you know, like what I was saying about the fear versus hope, like on this larger scale, like you can't control the world. You can't control anything but yourself. Like, you could work on your own healing. I mean, you could, but I love how people are like getting together to kind of like try to like combat all this like fear and like hatred and just horrible things going on. Like those large scale meditations that just like aim to like send light, because it's like an army of light. Like, I don't, why not try it? Like, I mean, I know that sounds like silly probably to some people, oh my god, but it's like, I mean, who's to say before you try? And you know how people say like, you know, you only use like what, 10% of your brain, whatever the number is. I don't remember what the actual number is, but it's like a lot of times I feel like people think that like there's like parts of your brain that need to be unlocked that would just turn you into like a super smart person. But like the way I interpret that is that we like limit ourselves by what we believe is possible. And like if we believed in more things, like more things would be possible. And it's like a lot of times like things like that, when you're visualizing even like healing or whatever. Ooh, Leo's hair. It's like you have to, it's like comes from your imagination. And I feel like something good that you can do is like to kind of like cultivate that ability to like visualize and imagine, is like to watch like Disney movies. Especially like I think about like Peter Pan and like the pixie dust, like, and just like things like that, like images like that. And even Charmed, I get a lot of like when Leo, he was the white lighter for them and he would heal them, like that orangey like kind of light that would come out of his hands. Like whenever I'm trying to do like a self-healing, I always envision like that kind of light coming out. Right, Leo? Leo's my white lighter too, right? Mwah. But yeah, so all right, let's just keep going. I got Moonology. Ooh, stop it, Papa. And then we'll get these. And it's hard to shuffle with Leo here. Hi. All right, Bubby. Can you please? Hello. Can you not lick my face when I'm trying to shuffle? I love you. All right. Leo. All right, let's see. What energy is coming through this Pisces new moon? Can you go sit over here for just... Okay. Just 2 cards, please. What energies are coming through this Pisces? Ooh. Okay. Conjunction, a union, merging and coming together, and Pluto transform. And then we have yin energy on the back, which is similar to that like water element energy, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Okay. Like conjunction, Pluto. I just feel like that's saying like people have the power to like change the world by like on a smaller scale, like, but also on a larger scale, like those meditations that I was talking about, but also like by healing things within yourself, your relationships with other people, trying to shift your perspective so you can understand people better and just like, you know, like just have that more loving, like bring love into the situation. And that's Aquarius, which is like a mental energy, like shifting the way you think about things, the way you look at things, the way you approach situations. Like, we're like, oh, there's war, that's horrible, but then we're gonna sit around and like hate on somebody, like, and it's like, okay, like try to aim for like some peace in your world right now is like a good way to kind of, you know, combat those energies that on like a larger scale that I don't even like, I'm not even saying like for each country, but just almost like above that, that are just like, I really feel like it's like a war of like hope versus fear or something. I don't know. I was like thinking about this like last night when I was like laying in bed. All right, let's see what else. But yeah, fear is like the biggest thing that could hold you back. And it's like love, I wouldn't say is the opposite of that, but kind of like hope. And like Aquarius, that's like star energy. So it's like that, and that looks like the star card because she's like with the water, like the water bearer for Aquarius is like similar to that star, like wash, like in the, I don't know, lake or whatever she is, like cleansing herself. So let's see what else is coming through with this Pisces new moon. Abundance, Hunter moon, oh. Hot moon, extremes. Ooh, that's exciting. And then new moon, we had the actual new moon card beginning. So it's almost like, oh, that's interesting because it is like, well, depending on, I guess, on where you are in the world, but we are kind of moving from like winter into spring. And I feel like that's like the imagery here, but I also feel like that's saying that this is like a transformative time for humanity and that like, you know, like it's gonna be like darkest before the dawn. Oh, look, there's like this other portal here, like the cards I just picked. It's almost like this like light portal, and you could choose to like walk through it and just see things in a different way and have a new perspective and things like that. So these are like the main energies, and I want to clarify them with tarot to get more like insights here. But let's see. But yeah, like there's extremes going on right now, and it's like, this is like obviously an extreme situation. Sorry, I just have to take a sip of my coffee. But yeah, it's like an extreme situation. But I don't know. I just feel like if people like came together more, like with that conjunction, merging, coming together, and just like did more things like those group meditations and those group healings, and we're just able to kind of like collectively like combine their energy and like send that, like, I don't know, just like visualize like kind of like the darker energies and just like combat it with light. Like I know that sounds like weird and out there, but like I don't know, like also like I remember when Aaron Dowdy did that meditation, it was like during COVID, but it was like I think like 1 million people like did it. It was just like a mass meditation. And you know, energy is like more powerful together, and I feel like that's being highlighted here with this union merging, coming together. And it's like, I don't know, like he's something, I forget what it was, like the seismic, I don't know, is that for earthquakes? There was some kind of scale that was like measures like the vibration of like humanity or whatever, like the planet, and like it did like go up after like that meditation, according to him. I never researched it myself, but that's what he said. So let's see, what energies, how are these energies of the full moon going to affect us on a smaller scale? Innocence of Cups. Okay. Conjunction. Ooh. Pentacles. Interesting, because this is like a Pentacles Earth card, but it looks like Pisces with the two fish like that. It's too many. We have like Scorpio energy here twice, which is all about purging. So there could be a lot of purging going on too. Just like now that we talked about like the larger humanity scale, like I'm starting to think more about just your life, well, how they're coming through on a larger scale, but just more for you. But it's like you could be experiencing some purging and some healing right now. But I don't, Three of Swords, yeah, like you could be feeling some pain, and look, we have the Five of Cups there in your heart, and let's see what else comes out. Hold on. Yep, the Five of Cups came. I like how this, I feel like also you could be connecting with somebody else, especially if you are like in like a spiritual connection with somebody or something like that, or even someone who's like passed on, just like something like that where it's like you're sitting there like feeling sad and like feeling pain, and then it's like you, like the bird, the way the bird is like on both of these cards, there's like two of them, the way it's like looking almost like it got distracted from its pain by something else, and it's like maybe it's this, like you realize somebody was there trying to like help you heal, or you could feel like another presence there, whether it's like one of your spiritual, like your guides, like an angel, like a passed on loved one, someone, you know, you're in a spiritual connection with on like the earth right now. But you could also be feeling super like attracted to them with this extremes, and this Pluto energy could be like very sexual, and it's just like a mixture of like, I don't know, like pain and like, but I hate, that sounds horrible, but it's like, I feel like it's gonna be like moving into something better. I'm gonna take just like one at a time. What is this new moon in Aquarius? Or I just was reading that. What is this new moon in Pisces running through? On the smaller scale. Let me just, I maybe shuffle these one more time. These cards tend to like stick together. I just like to, I always like, it's hard to get like one card just only to come out with these. What is coming through this new moon in Pisces, Spirit? Thank you. Ace of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's like, you know, the purging and then like a new spark of excitement and like energy. Oh, God. The Tower. Talk about a spark. The Tower. What energy is coming through? I saw the Fool. Oh, guys, come on. Can we just get one card at a time, please? Like, please. Thank you. Two of Pentacles. Again, there's like that energy of like connecting with somebody else. But I feel like a Pisces moon is like a great time to like kind of connect with that like 5D energy that I feel like is like coming through. So even if you're like new to it, and then the Eight of Cups. Okay. Three of Pentacles on the back. So right away, like I feel with this Three of Swords, it's like you're ready to heal things that have maybe bothered you for a really long time, that you've maybe like picked apart, like the way that this heart has no like meat on it. It's like you've like picked it to the bone, you know what I'm saying? Like the way like a vulture would, like, I hate to say, it's kind of gross, but like eat a dead animal, like you would like take everything you could out of it. It's like you've you felt your pain, whatever, and it's like you're ready to kind of move past it at this point, and like heal it and like face it. It's like it's like almost like has an energy like a sepia tone of the past. Like I feel like I read that in a book. I didn't just make that up, but like that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. Like we're ready to like kind of just move on from something that like did cause us a lot of pain, but and like kind of like it's like the way that this heart has like no meat, but then this one does. It's like, and the cups are underneath, like it's enough. Like, you know, we're ready to like start growing back, like our heart energy again, and like kind of calm our heart down with this blue. I know like I wasn't really getting like a sad, I was, but now that I'm looking at it further, it's almost like the energy like that bring love into the situation. Like we're nourishing our heart again, we're like pouring more love into it. Like instead of just feeling pain, we're trying to like understand our feelings, look at it from both sides of a situation, understand the other person who was, if there was another person involved, and just like forgive and like things like that. And there is like this energy of like this spark coming back in, the Two of Pentacles. I don't know, like I'm really just getting with this abundance energy, for example, and it's like all these animals are like gathering around, and it's, I feel like they're saying like with the abundance and the extremes, like not even that you have to fight fire with fire, but you have to like fight water with water. Like there's like a sense of like yeah, just like people coming together and like creating more love, like on a larger scale and on a smaller scale, like whatever you can do in your own day-to-day life, however you can spread some sort of like, oh, this candle, like love and peace, and understand, like, you know, understanding people, and just being like that phrase, be the change you wish to see in the world. Like, I'm almost getting like a Jesus vibe from this. It's just reminding me of that, like if you see somebody like helping those you would like prefer to ignore, kind of thing. And it's easy, like you could go and be nice to people that you like and that like are, you know, that don't like bother you and annoy you like till the cows come home. But it's like when you have to try to like extend that compassion and understanding to people that you would, you know, like this looks to me like this like fine dressed noble woman and this like beggar, you know, that's just like one example, but it doesn't have to be that exact situation obviously, but just somebody that you would maybe like recoil from like on the street. And even this person looks scared, like they think this woman's gonna like call the cops on them or something. Like, no, what are you doing? But it's like, no, I'm just healing you. And it's like just trying to like extend that compassion to like people who need it the most. And a lot of times like the people that maybe aren't the nicest or do like fucked up shit, like they do need it the most, unfortunately. And it almost seems like it's like that battle within yourself of like, well, I have to have boundaries and I can't let people walk all over me. Yes, of course that's true, but this is something I think about a lot. Like how do you like spread love like while at the same time like maintaining like your boundaries and things like that? If you know, please tell me, because I don't really know. But I also feel like this is more of like a, I don't want to say, like I'm having like a tough time channeling like this message. Like I feel as though it's more like hidden. It's more like, it's like something you just have to feel. And like honestly, you probably, it's not something you can explain like mentally. Like it's not some, and honestly it's so funny because that's what Reiki Rachel was saying in her reading. Like whenever time she tried to think about it, it just wasn't coming through and she had to just like purely channel. And it's like I feel a similar kind of thing. Like every time I'm trying to like figure out like what this energy is trying to say, like I don't really know what to say. Which doesn't like bode well for me as a tarot reader, but it just happens like sometimes like with certain readings, and I feel like this is one of them. It's more like an abstract concept of like, and like bigger scale concept than people are probably capable of understanding, like myself included. But it's just this vibe of like spreading healing and connecting with people that you wouldn't otherwise connect with. And what's with this Eight of Cups walking away? I don't really know. Let's clarify this because I'm curious. Like, I think maybe it's trying to warn you against any like extreme action. Oh, I know there's like, I read it somewhere. I saw a meme about it, but like Pluto conjunct Mars or something. I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but we do have this Pluto energy coming through next to the extreme. So I feel like there could be a tendency towards like outbursts, like hot tempers, like, you know, rash, like impulsive, like you're pissed off and you like quit your job, like something like that. So just like be aware of that. Like I would at least wait until this like conjunction is like conjunction. Oh my God, Pluto conjunction. That's so crazy. I just noticed that. Yeah, I feel like that could kind of be a thing right now. There could be a lot of fights, a lot of angry energy coming through. So hot moon, it's like tempers can be like running hot. I don't know what I was just trying to say. And it's like almost like you don't care about knocking over, because the way I don't need to clarify this, I feel like I get what it's saying, but the way this bear, it's like he turned around and it's like there's like this stack of cups and it's like his butt just like knocked it into it and he doesn't care. Like he's just like, fuck you. Like, and he's just like walking away. Like I feel like almost like a vibe like that could be like a thing. And it's like stop and think it through. There's like a message of bring love into the situation, like recognize like, you know, knowledge is power. Like there is this kind of like intense energy, like, you know, circulating around right now, and just try to keep yourself grounded like during the course of it. But with this Pisces moon, like maybe try to just more so tap into that like love healing energy that's like going on right now. But I definitely feel like if you do want to connect with someone either like on the other side or like, you know, you want someone that you have like a spiritual connection with or something like that, it's like now would be the time. There could be there's like a great potential for like a lot of healing and like just starting there and like healing your heart and like making yourself like dealing with like the issues that kind of keep you held in fear, like release your fears. Like that's like probably the most helpful thing you could do like right now is to like sit with your fears, actually feel them. And a lot of times you see people saying like, how do you feel your feelings? And it's difficult. And that could be a thing here too, where it's like there was no feelings here, only fear, you know? And it's like the fears kind of kept you from even wanting to like investigate like what was going on down there. And it's like, how do you feel your feelings? I feel like whenever like an unpleasant feeling comes up, at least for me, it's like you start thinking about something that like from the past that you're upset about or that you still haven't gotten over that like was embarrassing, like whatever it is. And it's like that kind of vibe that this guy has here, you know? And it's like, ooh, like you clench up, like, and it's almost like as if there's like a tunnel, like from wherever. I feel like it comes from like the chakra. So if it's embarrassment, say it's coming from like the solar plexus chakra. It's almost like a tube, you know, like your chakras. It's like a pathway. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like a tube that it could like travel up to like, so you could feel it in your heart almost or something. But it's almost like you clench up and like, if this is the tube, it's like you like it's like a artery, you know, and you just like you block the artery or something like that. And it's like, how do you like really you just catch yourself, you first observe yourself, like, and then you just kind of like relax, like, you know, like I don't know how to explain it, and then you just let the feeling kind of like come up, I almost want to say. And then it usually like it comes up and then it's like it like dissipates. So I don't know if that was helpful or if you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, all right, let's get some advice. And then we got to wrap this reading up. It's like been a little confusing being in this energy. Not gonna lie. What is advice for the collective right now regarding this Pisces new moon? Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Interesting. Oh. Inner temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Yeah, there's like, it's a good time to connect with other people like via the heart. And like and then that share your voice, persecution, expression, that to me is almost like, look, in divine orchestration, Oh, there's like that kind of like that thing I was talking about. I feel like that's like how it is like inside of you, that little, and that's like all your chakras, and it like comes up, but you kind of like clench it down. But share your voice. It could also be about writing and just kind of getting your fears out and like not being afraid to like, I don't know, speak up in some way. Obviously, share your voice. Oh, what great insight. Just kidding. Wait, let's see what else is coming through with this Pisces. Even what's advice for the collective right now? But if you've kind of like been in this like painful energy and just kind of hiding yourself away, like, you know, maybe now is the time to start opening yourself up to like interactions with other people. Yeah, there's this big fear of like kind of hiding from the crowd or from people, and just, you know, let them in a little bit, or let yourself out a little bit. Ooh. Starseed, what lights you up? Starseeds, I mean, yeah, share your voice. I feel like that's more of like a Pleiades kind of a thing. But if you resonate with like starseeds, or you like have that kind of, what's the word? You know, if you read about starseeds and you resonate with it right away, like you usually know, at least like I did. And it's like, I don't know, like, but whatever, like, yes, just say yes. That's good. But whatever like kinds of things that you read about or feel like, if you resonate with it on a soul level, even though you're in your mind, you might be thinking that's crazy, like get more in touch like with who you really are. And I feel like this is a time when like people who were like put on this earth at this specific time, like it's not like an accident, and it's like you have a calling and some like work to do here. And it's like, even if that work, it's not like work, but it could just be like spreading a message of love, or like just leading by example, or towards people like in your life, and just exhibiting that, like being the change you want to see in the world kind of thing. What else? What is advice for the collective right now? Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Yeah, leading by example. Exactly. Also, like cord cutting. Oh my god, my friend Kelly does these like amazing cord cuttings. She's like the real deal. I'm gonna like link her Etsy shop below if you ever want. I did like 2 of them already. She does like collective ones for the full moon, and I had her do one for me for this difficult person in my life. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Interesting. It's like 2 kind of things about priestess. So again, like I feel like people are more so getting in touch with their like higher calling at this time, and it's like super cool. And the ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So, and it's funny, I was just talking about my friend Kelly and it's like sisterhood, but like, yeah, that coming together with people, and like, even if it's just like to hang out and have fun, like, you know, like that vibe of fun and like light happiness, like, you know, affects the world too. Everything does. But I'm gonna like link her cord cuttings, because I'm telling you, I did it with this, and it's, cord cutting is just more so to like, my understanding of it anyway, is like just to kind of help you release like your resentment and angry feelings towards the situation. And just like this difficult person I have to deal with every day. Like I can't even, like, it was just such a frustrating situation. Like I was always upset about it. And I don't know, I did her cord cutting, and I like literally, like, it was so powerful. Like I felt it. I felt like the energy like leaving me. And that's what I feel like, I don't know, I'm gonna link her thing. Or if you have your own cord cutter, by all means, like, you know, that's great. But she's amazing. I'm gonna link her Etsy store. And I guess that's it for this reading. I'm sorry if it was like confusing and like all over the place. Like I kind of had a tough time like nailing down the message a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And it's Pisces, like dreamy, cloudy, like I don't even know. So I love Pisces, but It's like not the most like concrete energy to try to like nail down here, but I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it made sense. I hope you have a beautiful moon. Oh, and I'll also link to a blog that I wrote about how to do like the moon water, like for the new moon in Pisces, because it's a great moon for what am I trying to say? For like for your intuition, because it is so dreamy and whatever. And it's like if you just like leave, you could do it tonight. If you just like get like a glass jar, and even like, oh, like some of these crystals, I just had all like my Pisces like kind of crystals. But this is, oh my god, this is lepidolite. This is like the most powerful stone. Like I don't even know how to explain. Like when I hold this up to my third eye sometimes at night, I feel like electricity coming out of it. It's like so crazy. This, I don't even know what this stone is. I just love it. This is obviously amethyst, but something like that, something like associated with like the crown chakra, a purple stone if you have. Even if you don't have a stone, if you just put some distilled water, write some intentions, like and just like maybe put it underneath the water or like tape it around it. Like if you have like a mason jar, for example, and you write your list and then you just like tape it around it. And well, I guess you want the moon to kind of come through. So make sure there's like a spot for like the moon rays to hit it. You can put it in the window if it's too cold to put it outside that it's going to freeze, as long as like, you know, wherever the moon like come through in your window. But and just like set your intentions, like, you know, I'm intuitive, I'm psychic, I'm able to connect with others, like whatever you're, you know, look into like maybe Pisces energy. Pisces energy is all about like being more imaginative, like and just kind of like the 5D kind of like cool things. It could also be about addiction. So there could be, if you're trying to like kind of break any like addictive patterns or anything like that, and you could like take, you know, you could keep the intentions taped onto the bottle somehow, so like you can like read them every morning and like just take a sip of the water, or like I like to put a drop in my coffee every morning and just say my intentions. I'm gonna do that too tonight. So I don't know, like I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, got some good insights, and I will catch you in the next one. Happy new moon in Pisces. Bye.